All right, let's jump in really quickly. I want to show you how to create a postcard in Designs, upload it to RealMailers, and send it out all within Command. It's a pretty quick process. There are a couple little tricks. So I'm going to jump into Designs inside of Command over on the left-hand side. Once I'm in Designs, I'm going to go up to the top right and I'm going to click Create Design. I'm going to choose a print option, continue. The WeBrand site that we've partnered with has gotten a lot faster. There's a lot more templates in there. With some of those templates also came some confusion. So you're gonna see, even just on the My app, you've got jumbo postcards, large postcards, standard postcards, okay? If you hover over them, you'll see the size, 11 by 6, 9 by 6, standard postcard is a 4 by 6 or 6 by 4. That's the cheapest postcard, most affordable option that we can send out at 59 cents a piece, minimum of 1. So you can send out just 1. You can send them to people in your database as well, as long as they have an address. Now, if I look at the lead generation and I go into, let's say, Client Love, and this is where it gets a little tricky, okay? This postcard's A6. It's not gonna work with RealMailers. It's not the right size, it doesn't work. Where it came from, I honestly don't know. So you're gonna wanna use the standard postcards. I've gotten several people ask about this, and the A6 is not the right size. The standard postcard is that 6 by 4, okay? I'm gonna go back to the app ones, just because the standard is really simple and right there. So if I click up top and sort, I can sort by the different types. So I click standard postcards. These are all different standard postcards that you can choose from. I'm gonna just choose this one, plan your next move without moving an inch. I've selected use. It's gonna load it. Now, on the front, I technically don't have to do anything with this unless I wanna change the text. You can customize it, you can make it your own. That's page 1. Now on the bottom right, I can navigate. This is updated a little bit from the original version of WeBrand. I can go to page 2. It's gonna load that for me. And this is where I would update all of my information. So I can personalize it to a client if I'm only sending out one of them. I could say, hi neighbor, right? And send it out to a neighbor. I can click in that box and adjust the size, drag and drop. I can change the color of that. I can put my own text in here. Make sure you don't send it out with lorem ipsum. You can update your app code here at the bottom. Over on the left-hand side, I've got all my assets loaded, so I can just drag my image over. I'm gonna drag it over top of the image that was there. It was hard to see, but you can see it change. Lisa Johnson is there. I get over her and it changed. Drop it and there's my picture, okay? Same thing with logos. If you have the logos loaded into the assets, you can click and drag, drop it over the thing you want to change. When you see it change in the background, let go and it will replace it. I could come in here and I can edit all this text. For sake of time, I'm not going to do that right now because I want to show you how to get this uploaded into RealMailers, okay? But we can change out all of these things. Now, I'm done editing. I want to download, okay? So I'm gonna come back to the first page. We're gonna start with that one. Up top, I'm gonna click download. Again, remember I'm using a 4 by 6 template. That's the standard postcard, not the A6. The A6 is what's tripping a lot of people up. When I go to download, I want the file type to be PDF for printing. I want to include a bleed. We're gonna do the automatic bleed by mirror imaging or mirror edges. It's also a 0.125 inch manual bleed, so either would work. And I'm gonna select download as CMYK. I only wanna download one page at a time, so it doesn't trip up the system when I go to upload it. And I'm gonna click download. Now, we're gonna do that again in just a second. As soon as this one downloads, you can't do it too quickly or it'll quit downloading the first one. So you'll see up top, it said it was preparing, it started to download, the download's complete. For those of you that have been using this tool for a while, you'll notice that happened really quickly. It didn't used to happen that fast. They're making great improvements in the My Designs tool. I'm gonna come back up to download. I'm gonna go to download page 2, same process. PDF for printing, and it would help if I selected page 2 first. So we're gonna go to page 2, load page 2. I don't have to be on that page, I can change it from the download menu, but I'm gonna do download, PDF for printing, include bleed, automatic bleed by mirror edges, download a CMYK. So same exact selections, this time it's on page 2 instead of page 1, and I'm gonna click download. You'll see it's preparing. Starting download, download complete. There we go. So I've got my 2 downloads in the bottom bar or in my downloads. Depending on how your computer's set up and your internet browser, it's gonna download to your download folder or your desktop. I'm assuming you're gonna know where that is. I'm gonna go ahead and click done. And I'm gonna go into campaigns. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we're gonna select the bullhorn in command. And I'm gonna go up to the top right, select create campaign, direct mail. Now you can make this whatever you want. I'm gonna make it just a test file. I could do this as any of the options. The goal is for your tracking purposes. It doesn't affect anything else. You can use the default templates, which are typically the just sold, just listed, under contract basic templates. I'm gonna go to upload a custom template and click create campaign. Now, the front of Postcard, that was the first one. So I'm gonna drag and drop it. If it's on your desktop and you need to go find it, you can select browse files. I'm gonna drop it in place. It's going to upload. And I'll get a little preview here. There it is. I'm gonna select back of Postcard. I'm gonna drag and drop, or I could browse and find it. It's there. Now I'm gonna scroll down, click continue. And now I would walk through all of my targeting. Okay, so it's up here on the right. It's gonna default to seeing the postcard images, the postcard size. It's 59 cents first class. Here are the other 2. Okay, so we could do 6x9 or 6x11. Those are the other postcard options that we had in designs. We would now configure targeting, and it's not gonna let me, right? Because I have to fill in all the required fields. So I'm gonna go through the market center piece. This is where it's gonna pull the address. This does not default to your market center just yet. They are working on making this where it will automatically add some of this information. However, it's not there yet. All right, I'm gonna get all this information in really quickly. So that we can verify the address. It's gonna pop up and make sure that we have the right address per the USPS system, confirm that. My targeting, this is where I can do local targeting. Okay, so local targeting is gonna take an address, say it's a home that you just sold and you wanna target the surrounding community, you can do that. Or you can target your database and you can go in and add contacts, any of them that have addresses assigned. You'll see these don't have primary mailing addresses, okay? So if you have a mailing list, you can go in and tag them, and then you can pull by tag. That's another class for another day, but know that that's an option. In this case, I'm gonna do local targeting, and I'm just gonna put in our office address. You know what? I'm gonna put in a home that I just listed. Save it. My budget, it's gonna default to 200 cards at 59 cents a piece. You can up that or down that. You can change that as you want. I'm gonna configure targeting now. You sure you wanna create this campaign? Yes. It's now connecting it over to RealMailers, and this is where I can select my targeting. So 312 Northwood is right here. It's taken the 200 closest addresses and it's popped them in for me. Okay, so it's already done. I could leave it at that. Now, if I wanted to target even further, I could say I only want single family, right? I only want homes that are similar in size. I only want homes that are smaller in square footage. I only want homes that are newer. Okay, maybe I want older. Maybe I only want homes that have sold more than 2 years ago. you'll see how this is changing the map. Every time I adjust something, it's changing it. Now if I go back and add the older, it's going to zoom back in. We know that Earlwood has a lot of older homes in it, right? I can go on down. In the event you're using larger postcards, you can choose standard mail or first class. There are different prices for that. Now, if this is, if I'm done and everything is good to go, I would select send to company address. It's going to add 59 cents to send one more, and it's going to mail you one to your office so you can see what it actually looked like and know that it went out. At this point, I would click next, and I would pay for the campaign, do a final approval on my artwork, and hit submit. And these postcards will go in the mail within 3 to 5 business days. Hopefully this helps you guys jump in, create a design, do a postcard and a mailer, send it out. Now, I didn't write custom text in this, but if I already had the custom text, it's taken me about 11 minutes to do this from start to finish. So if I was writing something, maybe a half hour, and I've just put 200 postcards in the mail pretty effortlessly to a community of people. One other thing to note, if there's an address you know you don't want to hit, so I'm just noticing this on this map, there's these 2 addresses on the other side of the river. Maybe I don't want to hit those, right? I can select them. I'm going to drag the map over. I can select that address and I can remove it, okay? That way there's not going to be a random address in a neighborhood that I don't want necessarily. All right, that's it guys. Enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything else I can do to help you get more people in your database and go out and sell more homes.